the blend of irony, audacity, the sheer chutzpah that is presented by Sir Keir Starmer's proposed peerage list. If you thought politics was about governing with integrity, you know, all you have to do is look at Boris Johnson and look at Keir Starmer's idea of rewarding loyalists with titles, ermine robes, cushy seats in the House of Lords. You can't make it up, really, can you? I'm a great supporter of the House of Lords because I think the House of Lords has always maintained very good debating standards. But part of that was because there were people in the House of Lords who had simply inherited their job and got on with it. Now, removing those final inherited peers with a gesture towards some sort of egalitarianism and replacing them with cronies, I don't see that is a step towards democracy, and I don't see that's a step towards enlightenment. That is a step towards, I'm all right, Jack, and let's give a leg up to our friends. First of all, think of Sue Gray, Starmer's former chief of staff, whose brief tenure in government reads more like a short story than a novel. After just 3 months, she exited stage left, reads more like a play. A playlet, a one-act play, a one-scene play, replaced by Morgan McSweeney. But worry not, for it seems a peerage is Starmer's parting gift, a little thank you for services rendered, however fleeting, and the optics, less about meritocracy, more about cronyism with a faint whiff, the ooze, the stink of desperation. And then the parade of ex-MPs lining up for their ennoblement: Lynn Brown, Kevin Brennan, Julie Elliott. Just to name a few. Let's be honest, debonair. This isn't a roll call of scientific pioneers or business innovators or people with outside skills. No, these are proven workhorses of political Labour spin. It's astonishingly candid. The sort of people who spent years sitting on parliamentary benches, dutifully voting the party line, and apparently the Lords needs more of that, and fewer pesky independents or experts who can actually string together a sentence. Starmer, of course, is attempting to trim the size of the bloated upper chamber, axing 92 hereditary peers. Laudable in theory, yet undermined by his enthusiasm for stuffing it with party apparatchiks and veterans of Labour's political machinery. He might as well open up a new branch of the Soviet Union. One wonders, what will the stench of this government look like after 5 years, when even now it reeks of the oleaginous stink of opportunism? Meanwhile, the Tories, never one to miss a chance with a touch of their own largesse, are waiting for Rishi Sunak's resignation list. What's it going to feature? Michael Gove, Simon Hart, Alistair Jack? And might it shun big donors, as some suggest? Possibly, but don't clutch your pearls too tightly. This is a party with an innate knack for repurposing cronyism into a virtue. And what are the Lib Dems? Their reward for their record election success, a sprinkling of peerages, the first in almost a decade? Generous? Maybe. And let's not forget that all this occurs under the auspices of Buckingham Palace, with every peerage issued in the King's name. One imagines His Majesty might prefer his royal name attached to the achievements of extraordinary people, rather than the line-up of the limp, the career politicos seeking soft landings because they failed in the election. The proposed peerage plans, that's a good bit of alliteration, isn't it? The proposed peerage plans are less about reform or recognition and more about reward and convenience. There's been more convenience, in my mind, for somebody who sticks a 10-pence piece in the slot and opens the door and the thunder chamber. Cronyism is alive and well. And if this government smells faintly corrupt now, when the door is closed, one shudders to think what odours might emit after a full parliamentary term and the door is opened. The whiff the stink from the House of Lords should shock the world. And maybe Parliament should stock up on air fresheners, or better yet, ethics.